till now we have studied the casting processes. Casting process is a metal addition processes. Now we will see the mechanical working of metals. The next chapter is mechanical working of metals. Correct. So in mechanical working of metals, if you see that mechanical working of metals, you see that you are applying a force. It may be compressive, it may be tensile, or some other force. With the help of that force, we are going to change the grain structure, or as well as we are going to change the shape with the force. Correct. Shape and size we can change. And in metal deformation processes, there are two types of mechanical processes. One is bulk deformation, another one is sheet metal. In bulk deformation, with the help of force, we are changing the shape and size. But there is by changing the grain structure, there is a changes in grain structure which gives high quality product. Correct. This is mechanical working. In sheet metal, we are changing the shape, but size may change, or it may be bending, it may be cutting, and everything. And in bulk deformation, volume going to remains constant. Whenever there is a change in shape and size, the volume of the material is going to remains constant. In sheet metal, we are changing the shape by maintaining the thickness. We are not going to change. Correct. So mechanical working is a process of shaping of metals by plastic deformations. With the applied pressure or force, we are applying such pressure or force. Due to that force, the material or metal comes to plastic form, and that in the plastic form, and at that moment we are give the required shape and size, and change the shape and size of the material or metal. So when metal is subjected to external force beyond yield strength, the less than fracture strength of the metal is deformed by slip or twin formation. Now there are two types of mechanical processes are there. One is cold working, another one is hot working. Now when the metal is deformed between room temperature and recrystallization temperature, it is called as cold working. The process is suitable for high ductile materials. Ductile means, what is meant by ductile material? Ductile material means, if we see if we try to draw a wire from that material, if ductility is more, you can draw a wire in a proper form. If ductility is less, then the material will give resistance for drawability or to the formation of wire. So when high ductile material is there, the cold working process is done, and with the help of temperature and recrystallization, it is worked between room temperature and recrystallization temperature. In this metal, for low ductility, hot working is used. जेव्हा लो ductility is, ज्याच्या मटेरियलची ductility कमी आहे, then we have to use the hot working. Then if temperature is above the recrystallization temperature and between recrystallization temperature and melting point of the metal, it is called as hot working. In this process, crystal structure of metal is not deformed or distorted, but it is rearranged. हे ग्रेन स्ट्रक्चर वगैरे जे काय तुम्ही मटेरियलॉजीमध्ये शिकाल, व्हॉट इज मीन बाय ग्रेन स्ट्रक्चर. म्हणजे कुठलंही मटेरियल जर बघितलं ते एका ग्रेन्स असतात, म्हणजे छोटे छोटे मॉलिक्युल्स जे एकमेकांना जोडलेले असतात, असे मोठमोठे ग्रेन्सपासून असते. त्याला ज्यावेळेला तुम्ही फोर्समुळे वगैरे छोट्या ग्रेन्समध्ये कन्वर्ट करता, म्हणजे हे ढकलल्यामुळे फोर्समुळे हे छोट्या ग्रेन्समध्ये कन्वर्ट केले जातात. त्याच्यामुळं त्या मटेरियलची स्ट्रेंथ ही वाढायला सुरुवात होते. करेक्ट. So crystal structure, in this process the crystal structure of the metal is not deformed or distorted, but it is rearranged. आत्तापर्यंत बघितलं आपण हॉट वर्किंग कोल्ड वर्किंग असेल तरी इट इज बिलो रिक्रिस्टलायझेशन टेम्परेचर अँड above recrystallization. But what is mean by recrystallization temperature? The recrystallization temperature is the temperature at which crystal structure of the metal starts to change. The recrystallization temperature is the temperature at which recrystallization can occur for a given material and processing conditions. It is the temperature when the material starts to change its mechanical properties due to creation of new grains at the grain boundaries of already existing grains. These grains start to grow into old ones by consumption of old pre-existing grains. म्हणजे जुने जे काही ग्रेन्स आहेत ते ग्रेन स्ट्रक्चरला नवीन याच्यामध्ये कन्वर्ट करताना म्हणजे म्हटलं ना मोठे ग्रेन स्ट्रक्चर असतं त्याच्यामध्ये छोट्या कन्वर्ट होतं आणि हे छोट्या ग्रेन स्ट्रक्चरमुळं मेकॅनिकल प्रॉपर्टीज, आता मेकॅनिकल प्रॉपर्टीज म्हणजे कुठल्या डक्टिलिटी, नंतर तुमची ड्रायबिलिटी, नंतर तुमचे यील्ड स्ट्रेंथ, फोर्स, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टीच्या ज्या मेकॅनिकल प्रॉपर्टीजच्या वेगवेगळ्या प्रॉपर्टीज कुठल्या कुठल्या आहेत त्याची एक लिस्ट तुम्ही तयार करा आणि त्याच्यामध्ये पाहिजे तर मी सांगेन उद्यापर्यंत सांगू शकेन. पण ह्या मेकॅनिकल प्रॉपर्टीज चेंज होतात हे ड्यू टू दिस चेंज इन डिफॉर्मेशन ज्यावेळेला टेक्स होतं, मेकॅनिकल वर्किंग ज्यावेळेला होतं ह्याच्यामध्ये चेंजेस डेव्हलप होतात आणि ते चेंजेस काही वेळेला चांगले असतात, काही वेळेला वाईट असतात. मग ते कधी आपल्याला जनरली केलं जातं ज्यावेळेला चांगलं पाहिजे असेल त्यावेळेला कुठलीच म्हणजे हॉट वर्किंग वापरायचं, कोल्ड वापरायचं हे आपण ठरवायचं असतं. दिस इज नॉट ए सेट टेम्परेचर अँड इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन फॉलोइंग फॅक्टर्स. इन्क्रीजिंग अनिलिंग टाईम डिक्रीजेस रिक्रिस्टलायझेशन टेम्परेचर. आता अनिलिंग वगैरे म्हणजे काय, सॉफ्टनेस, मटेरियलचं सॉफ्टनेस तयार करण्यासाठीचं, त्यामुळे रिक्रिस्टलायझेशन टेम्परेचर कमी होतं. Alloys have higher crystallization temperature than pure metals. Increasing amount of cold work decreases recrystallization temperature. Smaller cold work grain size decrease the recrystallization temperature. Hot working, it is T is greater than 0.5 of melting point temperature. The working of metal above the crystallization temperature is called as hot working. Hot working of metal have following advantages. Porosity of metal largely eliminated. Grain structure of metal is refined. The mechanical properties such as toughness, ductility gets improved and the deformation of metal is easy. Disadvantages are it requires expensive tools. It produces poor surface finish. Close tolerance cannot be maintained, and for this in hot working some operations are or some processes are forging, rolling, extrusion, drying. Those comes under hot working. What is mean cold working? It is less than the recrystallization temperature, or it will be 0.3 times the melting point temperatures. The working of metal below their recrystallization temperature is known as cold working. Advantages of cold working are रेसिड्युअल स्ट्रेसेस सेटअप इन द मेटल. हे जे फोर्स रेसिड्युअल स्ट्रेस म्हणजे आतमधले जे इनबिल्ट स्ट्रेसेस हे वाढायला सुरुवात होती. स्ट्रेंथ अँड हार्डनेस ऑफ द मेटल इन्क्रीज, कारण फाईन स्ट्रक्चर झाल्यामुळं त्याची स्ट्रेंथ आतमधलं बॉन्डिंग हे चांगलं व्हायला सुरुवात होतं, त्यामुळे हार्डनेस पण वाढण्याची शक्यता असते. सरफेस फिनिश इज इम्प्रूव्ह. सपोज वरचं सरफेस फिनिश जे आहे त्याची क्वालिटी इम्प्रूव्ह होती जी हॉट वर्किंगमध्ये नसते. क्लोज डायमेन्शनल टॉलरन्सेस आर मेंटेन. याच्यामध्ये कोल्ड वर्किंगमध्ये डायमेन्शनल ॲक्युरसी पण तुम्ही मेंटेन करू शकता. पण डिसॲडव्हान्टेजेस काय, कोल्ड वर्किंग डिस्टॉर्टेड द मटेरियल, रिक्वायर्स मच हायर प्रेशर दॅन हॉट वर्किंग. टाइप्स आर जनरली types of processes comes under cold working are drying, squeezing, bending are the processes comes under this cold working. If you compare this cold working, hot working, earlier advantages and disadvantages I have mentioned, same thing here, advantages are here and disadvantages are, but I have given this in a tabular form. No oxidation or scaling occurs on work surface. due to and hot working due to low strength of the material, high temperature, power requirement is low, surface defects are removed, very low or large workpiece can be deformed with equipment of reasonable size, good surface finish due to high ductility and high temperature, the absence of work hardening, large deformations can be undertaken in a single stage and complex parts can be fabricated. नंतर हाय डायमेन्शनल ॲक्युरसी आपण मेंटेन करू शकतो. इंटर स्टेज अनिलिंग अँड स्ट्रेस रिलिव्हिंग आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, जे हॉट वर्किंगमध्ये आहे. जे कोल्ड वर्किंगमध्ये स्ट्रेस इंटरनल स्ट्रेसेस जे डेव्हलप होतात त्याच्यासाठी रिमूव्ह करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला हीट ट्रीटमेंट प्रोसेस करावी लागते, जी याच्यामध्ये करायची गरज पडत नाही. हेवी वर्क hardening occurs, so inherent strength of the material is permanently increased. Blowholes or porosity is eliminated by welding action at high temperatures. टेम्परेचर वाढलेल्यामुळे जे काही बबल्स वगैरे असतील ते आणि फोर्स पण आहे आणि टेम्परेचरमुळे ते बबल्स फुटून जातील आणि त्यामध्ये जे ब्लोहोल्स वगैरे असतील ते निघून जाईल. डिसॲडव्हान्टेजेस काय, लार्ज फोर्स इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर डिफॉर्मेशन देअर आफ्टर कोल्ड वर्किंगचे डिसऑडव्हान्टेज, लार्ज फोर्स इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर डिफॉर्मेशन, therefore high capacity machines are used. Poor dimensional accuracy ह्याच्यामध्ये surface finish आणि material loss due to oxidation and scaling. कोल्ड वर्किंगमध्ये काय, सेव्हरल स्टेज डिफॉर्मेशन विथ इंटर स्टेज अनिलिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड. म्हणजे हे करताना ज्यावेळेला स्ट्रेसेस वाढतात तुम्हाला इंटर स्टेज अनिलिंग करावं लागतं, कारण फोर्स रिक्वायर्ड. स्ट्रेस वाढला म्हणजे काय, इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स वाढत होती, त्यामुळे त्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स वाढवायला कमी करण्याच्या हिशोबाने अनिलिंग प्रोसेस जे सॉफ्टनेस तयार करतं, रेजिस्टन्स तुमचं कमी करण्याचे, स्ट्रेस रिड्यूस करतं, ह्या गोष्टी कराव्या लागतात. हॉट वर्किंगमध्ये थिन पार्ट्स कॅन नॉट बी प्रोड्यूस ड्यू टू लॉस ऑफ डक्टिलिटी बिकॉज ऑफ हायर रेट ऑफ लॉस हीट, ह्याच्यामुळं आहे. नंतर कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ शेप्स कॅन बी रेडिली प्रोड्यूस इज लिमिटेड, कारण तुम्हाला शेप वगैरे द्यायला फोर्स जास्त लागतो. एका कॉर्नरपर्यंत पोचायला इंट्रिकेट शेप जर असेल तर तिथपर्यंत पोचायला तेवढं मटेरियल फ्लो होईल का नाही सांगू शकत नाही. हायर कॉस्ट ऑफ द हीट ऑफ द मेटल, हिटिंगसाठी कॉस्ट जास्त लागते. सेकंडरी स्ट्रेस रिलिव्हिंग हीट ट्रीटमेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड. याच्यामध्ये परत हे प्रायमरी झालं, सेकंडरीमध्ये पण स्ट्रेस रिलिव्हिंग म्हणजे हीट ट्रीटमेंट प्रोसेसेस झाल्या, पण ऑटोमेशन इज डिफिकल्ट ड्यू टू हाय वर्किंग टेम्परेचर. ओनली डक्टाईल मटेरियल इज कोल्ड वर्क, reduces hardness and strength due to decarbonization. These are the general comparison points, compare points of the cold working and hot working processes. If we see the advantages of mechanical working processes over other manufacturing processes, they have higher productivity compared to other manufacturing process. Productivity rate is more. Productivity means number of products can be produced at higher rate. Forged products have higher strength, better corrosion and wear resistance as compared to casting and other machine products. There is minimum wastage of material in this type of, if this is going to be, if we are going to use पडत होता मोबाईल, थांबलो, ठीक आहे. फोर्ज प्रॉडक्ट्स हॅव मोर स्ट्रेंथ. Forged products have more strength, better corrosion and wear resistance. There is minimum wastage of materials. वेस्टेज कमी आहे, त्यामुळे हे प्रॉडक्टिव्हिटी वाढते. प्रॉडक्टिव्हिटी इज आउटपुट अपॉन इनपुट. जर वेस्टेज कमी झालं की ऑटोमॅटिकली तुमचं आउटपुट वाढायला सुरुवात झाली विथ मिनिमम इनपुट. कमीत कमी म्हणजे नो स्क्रॅप जनरेट झालं म्हणजे मिनिमम इनपुटमध्ये तुमचं मॅक्झिमम आउटपुट व्हायला सुरुवात झाली. द फोर्ज प्रॉडक्ट्स हॅव हाय डायमेन्शनल ॲक्युरसी अँड सरफेस फिनिश. Some special products like thin foil, wire, sheet, other products can be manufactured by only mechanical working. Mechanical forming processes are generally rolling is there, forging is there, extrusion is there, tube and wire drawing, deep drawing, punching and blanking. These are the some metal forming processes are there. Some n number of processes are comes under this, like swaging, rotary swaging, everything, or heading. But in broader manner, if we say rolling, forging, extrusion, drawing, deep drawing, punching and blanking are the processes comes under mechanical forming processes. Mechanical forming processes Last set of manufacturing process in which material is deformed plastically to take the shape of the die geometry. The tools used for such deformation called as die punch, etc., depending on the type of process. Plastic deformation stress beyond yield strength of the workpiece is required. Now if we see this classification, metal forming is classified into bulk deformation and sheet metal working. In bulk deformation, rolling, forging, extrusion and wire drawing. While in sheet metal working, bending, deep drawing, shearing, miscellaneous and different miscellaneous process, as well as stretching is there, that comes under sheet working. What is this bulk forming is there? Different processes. Bulk forming, it is a severe deformation processes resulting massive shape change. The surface or area to volume of the work is relatively small, mostly done in hot working conditions. Rolling, forging, extrusion. Rolling is the process in the form of slab or plate is compressed between two rotating rolls in the thickness direction, so that thickness gets reduced. The rotating rolls draw the slab into the gap and compresses it. The final product is the form of sheet. Forging, the workpiece is compressed between two dies containing shaped contours. The two die shapes are imparted into final product. This is forging. Extrusion, in this workpiece is compressed or pushed into the die opening to take shape of the die holes as its cross section. And wire drawing, similar to the extrusion except the workpiece is pulled through the opening of the cross section. Earlier in extrusion, what we are doing, we are pushing compressive force. Here tensile force is there, that we are going to see. And these are the some sheet metal forming processes are there: bending, deep drawing, cutting, shearing. These are the some mechanical working processes are there that we are going to see in a deeper manner in this chapter. But in this chapter we are going to see that regarding bulk deformation processes. The sheet metal is another unit is there on which we are going to deal with sheet metal working processes. Now we are dealing with bulk deformation processes like rolling, then forging, then switching, then drawing and extrusion. These we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, so in the next lecture we will go for the rolling. Okay, we will go for rolling. Okay, so thank you. Okay, have a good day.